Bangor. From the Great North Woods to the Rock Mountain Coast and streaming live in HD worldwide at foxbangor.com. More people choose Good Morning Maine.
Up on today's show, gubernatorial candidate Paul LePage has officially been endorsed by the FOP. Details ahead.
Plus, the second oldest post office in operation in the U.S. is located in Castine. We'll take a look at the landmark.
And a former Athens fire chief accused of sexual assault appeared in court. This and more local news right now.
Good morning and welcome to Good Morning Maine. I'm Emma Smith.
And I'm Joe Cortez. Thanks for joining us. We have the final hour of Good Morning Maine. We're ready to get outside because it's going to be a beautiful day in store.
We have a bit of a reprieve from the super hot weather we've been having, but I know Devin has the exact details for us.
Devin, good morning.
And thank you very much, Joe and Emma. Happy Tuesday. And your first weather forecast brought to you by Crosby Sports Shop. With a large supply of ammo and stock, custom Damascus knives, fishing supplies of all kinds, concealed weapons classes, and a full line of Dragonfly UV tackle, plus the latest in ultraviolet tackle. Call today. Alrighty, so we had some storms that moved through yesterday, and now things have since calmed down. Things are looking pretty good for us now as the skies have since cleared out. And today will be a calm and quiet day and not as humid either, so if you're looking for some nicer weather, we'll get some of that today thanks to a west and a little bit of a northwesterly breeze too after our front has since moved through. You can see on the radar in Sally where that front is, stretching off from parts of the ocean all the way on shore as well. So still a lot of active weather going on, but for us things have since calmed down. We'll have a few clouds developing today. I think we'll stay dry today under a partly cloudy sky, but a mostly clear sky on the way as we head towards the overnight period tonight. And the winds again not too bad out of the west, a little bit to the northwest, maybe up to 5 to 10 miles per hour today. But that'll be about it. The winds will begin to back off as we head towards the overnight period as well tonight. So your forecast for today, lower 80s, not too bad, partly cloudy, with that west wind getting up to about 5 to 10 miles per hour. Later on tonight, upper 50s on the way, mostly clear, with the winds overall looking nice and calm. And your hourly forecast for the rest of the morning and afternoon period, showing increasing clouds for the afternoon, temperatures in the lower 80s. Your full 5-day forecast is coming up. Joe and Emma.
The boy accused of killing a 14-year-old girl in Mount Vernon last week has been identified. According to the Portland Press-Herald, 15-year-old Aiden Grant of Wayne was charged yesterday with intentional or knowing murder in connection with the July 18th homicide. He was identified in court documents during the hearing at a Waterville district court. Grant and the victim had been in a relationship, according to his Facebook page.
In other news, a former Athens fire chief accused of sexually assaulting a minor appeared in court Monday afternoon. Matthew Dronzik has the latest.
Sean Boy appeared in Skowhegan District Court Monday afternoon. The former Athens fire chief is charged with sexual assault against a child. During the brief court session, which lasted just 3 minutes, Justice Robert Mullen read Boyd the charges and potential punishment.
Count 1 is punishable up to 30 years in prison, and count 2 is punishable up to 10 years.
Boyd was arrested on July 1st after allegedly sexually assaulting a 9-year-old between January and December of 2014. After posting a $2,500 bail and being released the same day, Boyd was ordered to not be in contact with the victim or anyone under the age of 18. However, Boyd's defense attorney, Andrew Ketterer, is expected to file a motion to appeal this.
I had some discussion with the state's attorney about a modification with supervision so that the defendant could see his own children in a supervised setting.
Justice Mullen questioned the move, saying he wants to hear the names and ages of Boyd's kids before making a decision.
Mr. Boyd is set to appear in court again on September 21st at 9 a.m., where a deposition conference will be held. In studio, Matthew Jaroncic, ABC 7, Fox 22.
A Patton man is facing several charges in connection with burglaries in Aroostook County. According to state police, around 7:30 a.m. on July 12th, Trooper Hunter Cotton responded to a house in Sherman after the homeowner reported multiple tools and other items had been taken. Cotton later found the alleged suspect sleeping in his car at the residence. When Cotton knocked on the window to wake up 19-year-old Braden Grant of Patton, he saw a small baggie of suspected meth in plain view. The trooper also saw multiple tools in the car and the front yard. When police searched the home, they found more than $2,000 worth of stolen tools, and other household items. Grant was charged with burglary, theft, and possession of drugs. State police say items belonging to a burglarized camp in Sherman were also found at Grant's residence. Grant allegedly confessed to burglarizing the camp and stealing a majority of the items. He was charged with burglary, theft, and criminal mischief for that case.
The Kennebec County grand jury has indicted a New York man in connection with the stabbing. 26-year-old Hector Rivera was arrested following a stabbing on Main Avenue in Farmingdale back in June. The 31-year-old victim was taken to Maine General Medical Center. According to court records, Rivera was found about an hour later and was taken into custody after a struggle with a canine unit. He was taken to the hospital to be treated for his wounds. Rivera was indicted on numerous charges, including aggravated assault, drug possession, and refusing to submit to arrest.
The state fire marshal's office says a fire in Orrington Saturday that destroyed a home was accidental. The Orrington Fire Department responded to the scene on Island View Drive just before 7 p.m. A resident of that home told us that all family members got out safely, but that the family's dog was still missing. Multiple fire departments assisted on scene, including Brewer, Eddington, Hamden, and Bucksport. A fire marshal's office spokesperson says they believe the fire was accidental and started from a cell phone charger.
A judge has granted a request for additional DNA testing by a man convicted of killing a 12-year-old girl more than 3 decades ago. Dennis Duchesne is serving a life sentence for the murder and sexual assault of Sarah Cherry, who was abducted while babysitting in Bowdoin. Now, her body was found 2 days after she disappeared in July of 1988. The Maine Supreme Judicial Court has denied 3 different requests for a new trial. Duchesne contends advancements in DNA testing technology warrant new tests.
The time is now 8:06. Coming up next on Good Morning Maine, former Governor Paul LePage spoke on the current opioid epidemic, claiming he has a plan. Plus, he received a major endorsement. We'll tell you all about it next.
But first, here's a look at your forecast. A high of 82 degrees today, partially cloudy skies, a little bit of sunshine out there. Tonight, it'll be mostly clear when temperatures drop down to a low of 58, getting cooler in the evenings this week. And tomorrow, we're back up in the mid-80s with some sunshine and a little bit of cloud coverage.
If you've been injured and think you can't afford a lawyer, think again. There's absolutely no fee unless we win money for you.
I called the Twos after I was hurt by a drunk driver. It was free for Lowry and Associates to get started on my case. They got my hospital and surgery bills paid for and got me $250,000.
I'm Jim with Lowry and Associates. Call the Twos. We win for you.
If you're hurt in an accident, what do? Call 222-2222.
General Rental Center has been serving Central Maine with equipment and tool rentals for more than 30 years. Our extensive inventory contains everything you need to get the job done right. Our professional, knowledgeable staff is here to make sure that you get the highest quality rental items to complete your project and that they have been serviced and maintained to the highest standards. Power brooms to get that sand off the lawn, leaf blowers, brush chippers, stump grinders, aerial lifts, tillers, and excavators. We rent most everything. If you don't see it in our online catalog, please ask for it. If we don't have the item you need, we would be happy to help you find it.
People today, they could spend half their lives over 50.
I get used to this.
So that's good. Make sure your happiness lives as long as you do. That's why the younger you are, the more you need AARP. Join today.
At Firehouse Subs, we give you craveable subs that are piping hot and piled high. And a portion of every purchase helps give them the life-saving equipment they need. Order online or on the app for contactless pickup or delivery. Only at Firehouse Subs.
Let me clean it for you.
You have a great attention to detail. I want you on call.
Don't do this. What other option do we have?
Tony De La Rosa. I just have a couple questions.
I did what I did to save my son. I never intended for things to get out of hand like this.
The Cleaning Lady. Watch the entire first season before new episodes this fall.
Monday, the organization representing Maine's sworn law enforcement officers officially endorsed former Governor Paul LePage. A.J. Douglas heard from union members to find out why.
Maine's Lodge of Fraternal Order of Police officially announced their endorsement for Paul LePage Monday. After several meetings and negotiations, each union unit ultimately voted to endorse LePage prior to November's governor election. Union President Matt Nadeau says members were pleased with the LePage administration's efforts. Nadeau noted decreases in crime while LePage was the governor.
We know that under his leadership, they're going to continue to drop. Now, if you look at his crime statistics when he was governor, his administration, they were a significantly greater decrease than we're seeing today.
Governor LePage says he is grateful for the FOP's endorsement. LePage spoke on the current opioid epidemic, claiming he plans to open 2 detox centers if elected. He also says he would support sobriety programs offered to individuals arrested for crimes connected to drug abuse.
The officers come in and say, there's a path out of jail. You go detox, you get clean. And if you stay clean for a year, we'll expunge your record. Give them a second chance at life. And the problem right now is carrying a felony gives them very little path to a successful future.
LePage criticized the Mills administration's efforts, claiming it did not support officers, but also stated that if elected, he would not repeal all of her efforts. Governor Mills' administration released a statement following Monday's FOP endorsement, stating in part, quote, "As governor, she has increased funding for the Maine Department of Public Safety by $34 million and the Maine State Police by $10 million. She has added new positions to the state police and other law enforcement agencies, including the Maine Warden Service and Marine Patrol, and she has worked with Republicans, Democrats, and independents to deliver more resources to municipalities," end quote. In Augusta, A.J. Douglas, ABC 7, Fox 22.
Democratic Representative Jared Golden announced a landmark endorsement from the Fraternal Order of Police. This is the first time in more than a decade that the FOP has endorsed a Democrat running for federal office. In a statement, FOP President Matt Nadeau said in part, quote, "Jared Golden has been a true friend of Maine law enforcement as a state legislator and now as a member of Congress. Representative Golden has been a leader on issues important to our members," end quote. The time is now 8:12. After the break, the last of the wild salmon in Maine have been listed under the Endangered Species Act since 2000. Find out what the federal government is working on to change that.
Plus, in national news, many Americans have used at-home DNA tests to learn more about their ancestry. But now there's a new side to the story. We'll be right back.
Next up to bat for the next homies, Luke. Don't strike out this year when selling your home. Hit a home run. Get looped and get sold with Next Home Experience today.
Bathfitter doesn't just fit your bath. We fit your life. When a normal day is anything but normal, we fit your schedule with our unique tub-over-tub process installed in as little as a day. When high quality is the only quality that matters, we fit your standards with a lifetime guarantee. Bathfitter. It just fits.
Now, with $600 off a complete bath system, it fits your budget too. We've never had a promotion this big, so call or click now.
Whether you're using this dock or this dock, this ramp or this ramp, you need the ultimate work and play truck, the Toyota Tacoma Access Cab. And right now, the Toyota Summer MPG event, you could save with 1.9% APR financing on Tacoma. That includes 2 years no-cost maintenance and Toyota Safety Sense. Tacoma, named Best Buy of the Year among mid-size pickups. So see your New England Toyota dealer, your all-wheel drive headquarters. Toyota, let's go places.
Welcome, Fantasy Island.
Shall we give it a try?
It's the adventurous thing to do. What can the island do for you?
Fantasy Island, tonight on Fox.
The dance competition show that launched 1,000 careers.
That's what we're looking for.
It's back with new talent.
It's always been my dream to be on this show.
Ow! New judges.
You have a gift.
And new inspiration.
No matter what I do, I'm just gonna dance.
Are you ready? So You Think You Can Dance, all new Wednesdays on Fox.
Looking for your dream home? Contact a Next Homie today and see what's available right now. Sellers, get ready to get looped and get sold. With Next Home Experience, we have your buyers.
The federal government is conducting a review of 4 dams on a Maine river that could result in a lifeline for the last wild Atlantic salmon in the United States. The last of the wild salmon live in a group of rivers in Maine and have been listed under the Endangered Species Act since 2000. One of the rivers is the Kennebec River, where Brookfield Renewable U.S. owns certain dams. Brookfield wants to amend federal licenses for 4 dams and receive a new operating license for one of them. Representatives for the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration said that requires a review of the dam's impact on salmon and possible mitigation measures.
Governor Mills announced more than $22 million in funding from the Maine Jobs and Recovery Plan to support wastewater infrastructure projects across the state on Monday. Many of the 160 municipal wastewater facilities across Maine were built 40 to 50 years ago. Stakeholders say it's time to rejuvenate these facilities to produce cleaner and safer water. Infrastructure improvements would include updates to sewer lines and pump stations.
It's important to support the economy because wastewater from businesses, whether it's office buildings or restaurants or what have you, within a community, that needs to be treated properly. And so in order to sustain that in a community, you need to have good infrastructure.
Kavanaugh notes there will be several projects taking place that could take months or years to complete.
After more than 5 years of fundraising and planning, the Forest Society of Maine announced the completion of the Coburn-Gore Forest Conservation Project. The project will protect more than 8,500 acres of forest lands in western Maine, as well as the wildlife that lives there, including bears, moose, hawks, and other species. To complete the project, the Forest Society raised more than $4 million in public and private funds. Forest Society of Maine's president, Karen Tilburg, talked about what this project means for the state.
This Coburn-Gore project is so important for all of Maine. It will help protect the headwaters that form the watershed. So by keeping the forest lands intact and undeveloped, that will ensure pristine water in this entire watershed.
The protected land was gifted by the family who owned it since the 1970s.
The time is now 8:17.
And let's bring in meteorologist Devin Biggs. He has your latest forecast.
Good morning, Devin.
Thank you very much, Joe and Emma. Your full weather forecast brought to you by Crosby Sports Shop. With a large supply of ammo in stock, Custom Damascus knives, fishing supplies of all kinds, concealed weapons classes, and a full line of Dragonfly UV tackle, plus the latest in ultraviolet tackle. Call today. Already we had some storms that moved through yesterday. We got a few reports out of that, though, including a lightning report further down toward the south, and even some winds being reported offshore as well. So zooming to the lightning report, though, well, there was a report of what looks to be a porch fire with a porch that was smoldering due to lightning that occurred at about 5:40 yesterday near the Tremont area. And further down toward the south, though, some gusty winds being reported up to around 46 miles per hour. Some marine thunderstorm winds being reported in a few spots, but not many other reports being noted, though, as things have since calmed down as we're under a mostly clear sky this morning. We'll see the sun rising. We'll see a few clouds developing during the afternoon as it will become partly cloudy, but the worst of the weather has since moved away. A cold front's tracking off towards the east. Here's a stationary front right about in here. But you notice all the flashing on the radar, a lot of lightning developing across the country this morning. So these fronts are continuing to cause some active weather across a good part of the country. But for us, though, we'll be dry today and even tomorrow as well. So some nice weather will soon be on the way. Wave high is still a little active at around 4 to 6 feet. However, the small craft advisories have been allowed to expire. So we have since calmed down there as our average high is now 81 degrees. We'll be in the lower to middle 80s today and the next few days as well, but upper 80s on the way as we head towards Sunday and again for your Monday. Alrighty, muggy meter though showing dew points have improved today though, and even in parts of tomorrow too into the comfortable category. But Thursday and Friday we rise back up into the middle 60s for dew points, so a little bit more humid again. Then by Saturday and Sunday we're back into the comfortable category again. UV next forecast for today is down a little bit. It will be at a 6 as considered high. That means a burn time of around 30 minutes, so hats, sunglasses, sunscreen, and shade will be necessary out the door to avoid a bad sunburn. So futurecast for today, not too bad under a partly cloudy sky this afternoon. I do believe you will stay dry, but becoming mostly clear later on tonight with the winds calming down as well. But for tomorrow, though, a few more clouds passing through, remaining partly cloudy, but overall, things looking pretty nice as things do develop. So a couple nice days will soon be on the way. Lower 80s today, partly cloudy with that west wind getting up to about 5 to 10 miles per hour. Looking ahead towards tonight, upper 50s on the way, becoming mostly clear, and the wind overall looking nice and calm. All right, here's a look at your extended forecast brought to you by Crosby Sports Shop, showing we're dry on Wednesday with a partly cloudy sky and highs in the mid-80s. We're mostly cloudy on Thursday, highs in the mid-80s. More storms by Friday, highs in the low 80s, and lower 80s by Saturday with a mostly sunny sky.
Today, you took delicious Centrum multi-gummies and took one more step towards taking charge of your health. They're packed with essential nutrients for energy and immunity support. So every day, you can say, with Centrum multi-gummies.
Hey, it's Eric from Green Bear 420. We've been in business since 2010 and going strong, so stop in and check us out. We specialize in glass art by over 100 local artists and even have live glass blowing. Plus, we carry incense, novelties, t-shirts, and hard-to-find items. We have tons of local products for the tie-dye wearing person in your circle of friends. Come see us at 531 Moosehead Trail in Newport. And remember, Green Bear 420, it's not just a store, it's a lifestyle.
Breakdowns, collisions. Things happen on the road unexpectedly, but here at Phil's Towing, we understand. With years of experience, our friendly professionals are here for you when you need them the most, no matter how big the task or vehicle is. At Phil's Towing, with our heavy-duty trucks, we guarantee an arrival time of 30 minutes or less and are available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
Give us a call at Phil's Towing. Anytime, anywhere, anything.
LiftMaster is the #1 professionally installed garage door opener. Can alert you if you left it open and let you close it from most anywhere in the world. And where's the best place to get your LiftMaster? From PDQ Door. PDQDoor.com.
Many Americans have used at-home DNA tests to learn more about their ancestry. But the customers may not be the only ones getting private, personal information. Fox's Chad Pergram tells us who else may be watching and why.
It's the enemy within. America's adversaries want to weaponize your own DNA against you.
Up to 80% of the American population has a file in China in one form or another.
They're trying to have the biggest biotechnology database in the world.
The Chinese could concoct a designer bioweapon just for you based off your own genetic code. If they have your DNA, it could cause sickness, sterilization, or mutations. Or they could track you.
Like an old spy, whether or not I could hide behind a mask is one thing, but my DNA will not change.
DNA kits can help determine if you're a quarter Dutch or 1/5 Scottish. But House Intelligence Committee member Jason Crow warns that Americans unwittingly cough up their most sensitive information.
People will very rapidly spit into a cup and send it into 23andMe and get really interesting data about their background. And guess what? Their DNA is now owned by a private company and can be sold off.
23andMe says it doesn't sell customer data. It didn't respond to requests for comment, but its CEO defends the tactics.
80% of our customers opt into research. It's not even like they have to click out of it, like they're electing to opt into research.
Crow says Congress lags in safeguarding Americans.
Expectations of privacy have degraded over the last 20 years. Young folks actually have very little expectation of privacy.
There's even concern about getting the DNA of livestock and spreading biological diseases on farms.
We know that it brings about food insecurity. Food insecurity drives a lot of other insecurities around the globe.
The next battlefield may not be overseas, but in our own bodies. And Fox has told the U.S. is working on the same technology. On Capitol Hill, Chad Pergram, Fox News.
Still to come here on the second half of our show, a Newport native has created a podcast that sheds light on cold cases from Maine, New England, and elsewhere.
Plus, we'll hear a live performance from a local summer program out of Blue Hill. This and more local news as Good Morning Maine continues.
It's our summer MPG event with fuel-sipping Toyotas, including electrified models.
You've been waiting for a new Toyota, so now's the time. Come and get it.
Come and get an electrified all-wheel drive Highlander Hybrid with 35 MPG and up to a 598-mile driving range. Plus, get affordable 1.9% financing on Highlander. The summer MPG event at your New England Toyota dealer, your all-wheel drive headquarters. Toyota, let's go places.
It takes all types to play Family Feud. The sensible brother.
What would you do if you found the top half of a bikini?
Smell it.
The Showstoppers. The Cooks.
Give me a seasoning a chef might name his daughter.
Nutmeg.
Don't do that to your baby.
See who shows up all season on Family Feud.
Weeknights at 7 on Fox 22. You're watching Fox 22, Bangor.
Welcome back. It's Tuesday, July 26th. It's going to be a perfect day weather-wise. Devin will verify that in just a moment. And here's your scary thought of the day. August 1st is next Monday. Where is summer gone?
You didn't have to do that to us.
Hey, you know what? It's better to be prepared than not prepared at all. Because when I show up on Monday and realize it's August already.
Nope, this is just fear-mongering.
Okay.
The United States Post Office is 247 years old today.
President George H.W. Bush signed the Americans with Disabilities Act into law 32 years ago today.
Rocker Mick Jagger is 79, actress Sandra Bullock is 58, and actor Jason Statham is 55.
And today is Aunt and Uncle's Day. Shout out to my Auntie Kathy and Uncle Roy. You guys have done a lot for me to get me here, and you're basically the reason I'm up here in Maine. It's also All or Nothing Day, and it's World Tofu Day. Nothing like tofu on a hot summer day.
It's also my grandmother's birthday. Happy birthday, Nana.
See?
A Leo Queen.
Queen.
Yes.
Nothing else. It
Yes.
just has to be.
Yes, everybody pray. She's recovering from hip surgery, so.
Oh.
Yes. So here's a look at some of the upbeat stories making headlines today.
One of the stages at this year's Newport Folk Festival is being powered by fans on stationary bicycles. Eco-folk duo Illiterate Light came up with the idea. Working with a company called Rock the Bike, they came up with a bicycle-powered sound system. The amps run off solar panels. Extra power will come from fans pumping 6 stationary bikes in 5-minute shifts. Scientists in Belgium are investigating a farmer's claim that music benefits pigs' moods. The farmer first noticed the pigs responding to music when the sows responded to his son's singing. He makes a daily playlist for the pigs, energetic tunes in the morning and lullabies at the end of the day. Researchers say the music may help relieve boredom. And 5 Ukrainian soldiers wounded in the war against Russia are in Minnesota to be fitted for prosthetic limbs. The Minneapolis-based Limb Lab is providing the amputees with state-of-the-art equipment. The prosthetics are being provided free of charge thanks to donations and community partners. And those are some of the other stories making headlines on ABC 7.
And let's turn it over to meteorologist Devin Biggs.
Devin, what's in store?
And thank you very much, Joe and Emma. Happy Tuesday. And your first weather forecast brought to you by Crosby Sports Shop. With a large supply of ammo and stock, custom Damascus knives, fishing supplies of all kinds, concealed weapons classes, and a full line of Dragonfly UV tackle, plus the latest in ultraviolet tackle. Call today. Alrighty, so we had some storms that moved through yesterday, and now things have since calmed down. Things are looking pretty good for us now as the skies have since cleared out. And today will be a calm and quiet day and not as humid either, so if you're looking for some nicer weather, we'll get some of that today thanks to a west and a little bit of a northwesterly breeze too after our front has since moved through. You can see on the radar in Sally where that front is stretching off from parts of the ocean all the way on shore as well. So still a lot of active weather going on, but for us, things have since calmed down. We'll have a few clouds developing today. I think we'll stay dry today under a partly cloudy sky, but a mostly clear sky on the way as we head towards the overnight period tonight. And the winds, again, not too bad out of the west, a little bit to the northwest, maybe up to 5 to 10 miles per hour today. But that'll be about it. The winds will begin to back off as we head towards the overnight period as well tonight. So your forecast for today, lower 80s, not too bad, partly cloudy, with that west wind getting up to about 5 to 10 miles per hour. Later on tonight, upper 50s on the way, mostly clear, with the winds overall looking nice and calm. And your hourly forecast for the rest of the morning and afternoon period, showing increasing clouds for the afternoon, temperatures in the lower 80s. Your full 5-day forecast is coming up. Joe and Emma.
Thanks for the sunshine, Devin. If you could just broom away those clouds this afternoon, it'd be perfect.
I don't think that's in the job description, but okay, we can always hope. Newport native Kristen Seavey has created a true crime podcast with her community in mind. Coined Murder, She Told, the podcast sheds light on cold cases from Maine, New England, and elsewhere. Unlike other true crime shows, Seavey says she writes her stories to honor the victims' lives and preserve history, rather than exploit murders for entertainment value.
You listen to all the big shows and you rarely ever hear Maine on true crime podcasts. Maine rarely makes national news, and there are just so many cases here that I think really need that attention that are still unsolved. So I wanted to create something that served the community that needs it. And I like to tell the story of the victim and the victim's life and not just the last few moments of their life.
Right now, the Murder, She Told team consists of small part-time research group alongside Seavey and her boyfriend. But despite this small team, the stories are gaining interest far and wide.
You know, we have listeners all over the world who hear these stories, and I'm like, it's incredible to me that someone in Scotland is listening to a story that happened in Bangor, Maine, or Newport, Maine, and they're like, wow, that made an impact on me.
Murder, She Told had previously been ranked in the top 10 on Apple Podcasts. To learn more, you can go to murdershetold.com. And that is fascinating. Top 10, you said, of all podcasts?
Yes, there was a top 10 on all of Apple Podcast section, as well as scoring top 10 in the True Crime podcast as well, and that's podcasts from all over the world. And she's a Newport native, born and raised, and lives there right now, too. So
Can you tell Emma listens to the podcast?
So I'm biased.
No. It just means it's really good and it's informational.
Yeah, it is great. It is great. And, well, in other news, Canazal Hall Chamber Music School and Festival is a summer program for college-age students located in Blue Hill.
Students from the music school performed Monday evening for a small audience in Bangor.
Stephanie Wittenbach has the details.
Students from Canazal Hall Chamber School and Festival are traveling across Maine playing pieces of music they've just learned while attending the prestigious program in Blue Hill. Many of the artists study at the Juilliard School, Yale University, and Manhattan School of Music. Monday night, they played 3 classical pieces for a small audience at All Souls Church in Bangor.
I'm actually playing Beethoven's Archduke Trio. We've been working on it for the past, I think, 3.5 weeks. We performed it recently, so this will be our second performance. And yeah, we're very much looking forward to it.
Instructor Patricia Stowell from All Souls Church says learning a piece like Beethoven's Archduke can take months for some artists.
It's 40 minutes long. It's a pretty long piece, but it's one of his most monumental works, and it's just a masterpiece. I love it. It was very difficult to learn. I think it's one of his weirder trios. It's very unconventional with the way it was written.
The concert was free for audience members and included 3 songs featuring piano, violin, cello trios by composers from the likes of Schumann, Weinberg, and Beethoven. To see the students front and center and check out their tour dates, go to foxbangor.com for a full schedule. In Bangor, I'm Stephanie Wittenbach reporting for ABC 7 and Fox 22.
And here's a fun Maine fact of the day. The second oldest post office in operation in the United States is located in Castine, and its charm and beauty shine brighter with each passing year.
As Jody Hersey tells us, the residents of Castine are proud of their historic landmark and are happy to share their pride with anybody who stops by.
It's just a beautiful building.
Originally built in 1817, this architectural wonder on Main Street in Castine was created to be the registry of deeds for the county courthouse and also home to a bank. According to the Castine Historical Society's executive director, the federal government purchased this property in 1833 to use as a post office and customs house when the courthouse moved to Ellsworth.
This was a major thoroughfare for all the shipping going up and down and all over the world.
Over the years, the government has tried to get rid of this landmark.
That was in the 1960s and then again in the 1990s. Both cases, huge protests, so much of an outcry, made national news that the federal government had to back off.
Now, the Castine Post Office proudly holds the title of second oldest post office in operation in the U.S., behind the post office in Hillsdale, New Hampshire.
I rent the old customs house part of the building, and it's one of the most beautiful spaces in all of town. I just love the shape and quality of the space. It's got 14-foot high ceilings that are sort of coffered on the top, so they all curve in. And they just create a wonderful open feel to the whole space.
Professional designer Ted Lemire and postmaster Douglas Terry get the chance to work in this beautiful building each week.
I just love the art, the historic part of it. The people are so great. It's a great town, and it just all comes together as one.
Folks in Castine say this is more than an historic building. They say the post office is the heart and soul of this community.
This is really the community gathering place. You come here, you get your mail, you get all the gossip.
And whether you have a letter to mail or not, residents here say stopping by this well-loved landmark is worth a visit. In Castine, I'm Jody Hersey for ABC 7 and Fox 22.
Still to come here this morning, Dave Peck joins us for sports. We'll hear from J.C. Christopher as she officially joins the Black Bears.
But first, let's take another look at your forecast. A high of 82 degrees today, partially cloudy skies. Tonight, it'll be clear. And tomorrow, those clouds will move back in. Temperatures in the mid-80s. And don't go anywhere. We'll have an interview with a local business from Brewer that makes customized fire pits.
Up in Smoke Fireworks is family-owned with a huge selection including Brothers and Showtime, Time Bandit, and Black Hat brands. We will share our knowledge with you, then go have a blast. Up in Smoke Fireworks, 173 West Main Street, Searsport.
The 201 horsepower turbocharged Kia Forte GT. Finally, a reason to wear those aviator sunglasses you've had in the glove compartment all this time. Get 2.9% APR for up to 48 months on the purchase of a new 2022 Forte.
Hey, I'm Matt, and a little thing I love about the Chick-fil-A chicken biscuit is the freshly baked, flaky, buttery biscuit. When I take a bite, it's kind of like, crispy, soft, crispy. Crispy outside, soft interior, crispy chicken. There's really nothing like it.
Hey, I'm Alexa, and the little thing that I love about the Chick-fil-A chicken biscuit is the chicken itself. It is more than scrumptious. It is more than delicious. It is scrumptiddlyumptious. I know that's not a real word, but I love it.
Break out the elastic pants. It's pasta week. Must have pasta gadgets with Shark Tank's Mark Cuban. You want one of these in your kitchen. It's a game changer. And Drew's dating news.
Should your partner be your best friend?
If someone said you are my everything, I would run as fast as possible. On the next Drew Barrymore show.
Tuesday at 3 on Fox 22.
Up in Smoke Fireworks is family-owned with a huge selection including Brothers and Showtime, Time Bandit, and Black Hat brands. We will share our knowledge with you, then go have a blast. Up in Smoke Fireworks, 173 West Main Street, Searsport.
This is Sheldon Cooper's theory of relativity.
Young Sheldon 5 times a week
on Fox 22.
Good morning, everyone. Well, the news has been official for a couple days now. J.C. Christopher is, in fact, a Black Bear. And on Monday morning, we spoke with her to get the backstory behind the transfer.
I'm a Maine kid at heart, so just to be out here with Maine across my chest and playing with the kids here, It's been great.
For the first time in over a decade, a Miss Maine basketball winner is officially a Black Bear.
JC is the epitome of what our program stands for. You know, great student, great person, great work ethic, wonderful basketball player. Everything, she checks every box.
On Monday, JC Christopher checked into the pit for the first time since transferring from Boston University.
I mean, it means everything to me to be able to represent our state and represent my community and have like my community back home be able to come and support me and just be able to and also give back to my community.
Today was her first day of workouts and she's so coachable and it's great to have her here.
Even before reporting to BU this summer, Christopher was already questioning her initial decision.
I really should have gone to Maine. I had regrets about it before.
Part of that doubt began to surface after a shakeup within the BU coaching staff.
When the coaches left, because I had committed to them, and so having them leave, that was a big change for me.
From there, Christopher said it really just came down to fit.
I thought maybe when I got there, everything would work out and it'd be fine, and I'd love it, and it'd all work out, but that wasn't really the case.
Now, after going through the official transfer process, the Skowhegan grad finds herself back home, in an environment and culture she's known all her life.
I've been coming to games since I was little, and just everything about the program is just top notch. So, the culture, the coaches, everything about it is just amazing.
So congratulations once again to JC, and another big get for Maine, so it'll be exciting to watch her as she moves into the college ranks this coming winter. For now, let's head to the Diamond for a little Senior Legion baseball action. Day 3 of the state tournament from Hudson. Bessie Motors here taking on Queen City Athletics. Both teams 2-0 entering this game. Second innings where we start. Bessie up 2-0. Caden Beloff gets the ground ball. Logan Burns tags third for one. Goes across the diamond for the double play. Ends the inning. Next inning, though, Eli Soren on the mound, and he was unhittable. First gets the strikeout looking, then a swing and a miss here, and how about one more to strike out the side. Then in the third, it's Andrew Merrill who breaks it open. Line shot into the left center gap. That goes all the way to the fence. Josh Murphy scores as Bessie takes it 8-0 behind a shutout performance from Soren. Now, as a whole, as we stay on baseball, this weekend was a disaster for the Red Sox. But while they were getting blown out, Sox fans had plenty to celebrate because on Sunday, David Ortiz arrived in Cooperstown. Big Papi is the first ever career designated hitter to be selected as a first ballot Hall of Famer. Ortiz spent 14 of his 20 MLB seasons with the Red Sox, where he helped bring 3 titles to Boston. There were plenty of moments along the way, the heroics of 2004, the ALCS Grand Slam in 2013, and his Boston Marathon speech, just to name a few. Now, he credits his growth not only as a player, but more importantly as a person, to the Red Sox as well as the city of Boston.
That organization made me the man that I am today. They educate me about the game, but they also educate me about my life. Community service, connecting with people, the Jimmy Fund, the Children Fund. That's why I started the David Ortiz Children Fund.
So congratulations to David, and it was nice to have something to celebrate because, again, it was very ugly for the Red Sox. But again, to see David Ortiz go into the Hall of Fame is something that a lot of kids my generation were waiting for because he was the guy. It was Tom Brady, Paul Pierce, and Big Papi. So congratulations again. And he will be at Fenway later on this week to talk about it, so you can catch that on the Red Sox broadcast. But finally, we'll close things out on the softball field and the New England Regionals, where the Bonnie Eagle 12U Little League softball team is now just one win away from moving on to Thursday's championship round. Bonnie Eagle storming back on Saturday night. They erased a 5-1 fifth-inning deficit to come back and beat Massachusetts 8-5. Leah Curtis slamming a 2-run triple, which sparked a 7-run inning, leading Maine to the dramatic comeback win, something the girls can definitely build on as they go further into the tournament.
Absolutely. Amazing comeback. I kept telling them, we have a lot of game left. I've seen us put up piles of runs in short periods of time, and I knew we had it in us, and to do it to score all 7 of those runs with 2 outs was amazing.
Now the Maine representative will battle Connecticut on Tuesday night at 7 down in Bristol. Both teams are 1-0. Right to that sports. We'll be right back after the break.
The signs of summer are here. The sun's out for the evening commute.
Whistles and clapping echo from the ball field, and a day at the lake brings the family together. Valley Home Services offers whole home comfort, serving northern Maine to Portland. With the push of a button on a Fujitsu heat pump, you're ready for whatever summer brings. Humid days or cool nights, come home to comfort with Valley Home Services. Home is our middle name.
Out with the old and in with the new. Check out Pat's Pizza Specials. Tuesdays, $5 spaghetti and meatballs. Tuesday all day breadstick special. Wednesday, large one-topping pizzas, $8. Wednesday, small steak and cheese with French fries, $6.25. Friday, fish with French fries, $7.50. Saturday, small one-headed pizza, fountain soda, $7.25. And you can still save some dough. Bring the family to the all-new Pat's Pizza, 662 Main Road North, Hamden.
Papa Roach. Falling in reverse. The Rockzilla Tour with very special guests, Hollywood Undead and Bad Wolves. Friday, July 29th, Main Savings Amphitheater, Bangor, Maine. Papa Roach. Falling in reverse. On sale now at waterfrontconcerts.com or ticketmaster.com.
Yes. 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 I'll have what she's having, and you can too. Get ready for the good dish. Delicious twist on your favorite comfort foods. Decadent desserts you can whip up in no time. And game-changing shortcuts. What's for dinner is about to get way easier. And way more fun than doing the dishes. So get ready to get dishing.
Weekdays at 1 on Fox 22.
And welcome back into Good Morning Maine.
We are here with Fred and Monica Patterson of TPC and S'more. They own a local fire pit business that offers customizable fire pits. Thank you guys for being with us today.
Thank you for having us.
What made you want to start your business?
Well, I worked in the steel industry for 34 years, and we wanted to do something a little bit different. And back in 2003, basically we built a fire pit, went camping, and our friends kind of convinced us to go into business, and it's been good. It's been real good.
Awesome. And we were talking about it a bit before. You said you thought it looked a little silly, but they were like, this is fantastic.
Well, the first one is always silly because you just kind of throw some graphics on there. We didn't put any name on it. We just put animals. I think we put Maine on the side.
Nice.
And we put a moose and a buck and a bear, and that's what we called it. So
awesome.
So, yeah.
And is that similar? Can you explain how they can be customized now and how they're offered to buyers?
Well, they can be customized with, what do we have for graphics, 200 or so? Over 200 different graphics. We started out with the basics, the main animals, like I say, the moose, the buck, the bear, the loon. Simple graphics, but they've gotten a little more difficult over the years. People ask for custom graphics. We put people's names on them. We put camp names. We put kids' names. Whatever they want on it, we'll put on it.
And it makes a great gift. You were mentioning right before we got in here that a lot of people have used this as like a wedding gift.
Yes. Yeah, wedding, retirement gifts, wedding gifts, birthday gifts, Father's Day, Mother's Day, anytime.
So business is always booming, right?
Correct.
Right. There's always a need for a perfectly unique, customizable present for the person that has everything in their life. And
True.
I mean, and it says here we have brochures, and it says here you can, there's accessories you can add on for like cooking accessories. That's what got me most excited, is something that you can remove maybe when you don't want to have it on all the time.
Yeah, the cooking grill basically is a 16-inch or 24-inch square grill. It's adjustable up and down. It swivels all the way around, and you can remove it totally. Sometimes when a fire gets a little too high, you might want to remove the material, remove it from the fire, so you can just swing it out of the way. We also have a pot hook, so if you wanted to do a Dutch oven cooking, there's a hook that goes over the top of the fire pit, and you can adjust that up and down as well.
For our cast iron lovers.
Iron lovers,
yeah. I'm one of those.
Yeah.
And we were also saying earlier, as far as the pros versus going to a big box store and buying something like this, these you can buy, and they're heavy, and they're heavier metals.
They're heavy. They're 3/16 thick steel versus a lot of the big box stores are 16 gauge, which is 16th inch thick. So they're 3 times thinner. They're going to last. And just the customization, you're not going to get that at a big box store. Whatever you see is what you're going to get. And with us, you can get whatever you want.
Awesome.
And they're going to last. You guys have been in business for 20 years, so that's pretty impressive when, you know.
Almost. So
almost 20 years. Almost 20 years. We're almost there. Almost
that's
jumped the gun a little bit.
Yeah.
Sounds good, though.
Yeah, that's exciting. Wow. So, I mean, and you guys are located in Brewer, correct?
Yeah, we're located in Brewer. We operate out of our home.
Yep.
So we do all the work right there. So
wow.
So
and you ship, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. We ship out of state. We ship locally. We will deliver locally, but we ship a lot out of state as well.
Gotcha. And you have a website. I mean, how will people kind of browse and look for you?
Have her.
Our website is TPCN S'more, which stands for The Perfect Campfire, and s'more is the s'more items you can actually, the grills, the cooking accessories, the screens, you can get flat screens and a dome screen, .com. So TPCNSmore.com.
And there was another TPC meaning behind that again, Sue. You mentioned it?
Yeah, it means the Patterson clan as well.
Yes, I love that. I love that.
Yeah, Perfect Campfire and the Patterson clan.
That's special.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Now, the last question I have for you is, do you have a custom? Do you have your own? Have you made your own, or have you made multiple over the years?
We have several. We have several custom.
Nice.
We had a family reunion several years ago, so we made a special one for the family reunion. Put the Cormier name on it. Her maiden name is Cormier, and we made it split so we could then add another section to it if we wanted to change it out. So yeah, we have several.
That's awesome, and it's been sticking in the family, as you mentioned before, that your sons have them.
Our sons do have them. Yes, yes, they do.
Yeah.
And several other family members.
It's a true family business.
It's a true family. Exactly, it is a true family business.
Everybody enjoys sitting around a fire pit.
Absolutely.
Exactly. Maybe we should get one for the right here. I don't know how the regulations will work. I mean, we do have
we'll
some.
Figure it out.
We'll put like the fake flames in
it out.
We'll get engineering on that. Hey guys, thank you so much for this. We love bringing in local businesses. This will be on our website on Facebook, and if you need any more information, you can grab it there. We'll throw it over to Devin Biggs. He has another check of your forecast.
Thank you very much, Joe and Emma. Your full weather forecast brought to you by Crosby Sports Shop. With a large supply of ammo in stock, custom Damascus knives, fishing supplies of all kinds, concealed weapons classes, and a full line of Dragonfly UV tackle, plus the latest in ultraviolet tackle. Call today. Already we had some storms that moved through yesterday. We got a few reports out of that, though, including a lightning report further down toward the south, and even some winds being reported offshore as well. So zooming to the lightning report, though, well, there was a report of what looks to be a porch fire with a porch that was smoldering due to lightning that occurred at about 5:40 yesterday near the Tremont area. And further down toward the south, though, some gusty winds being reported up to around 46 miles per hour. Some marine thunderstorm winds being reported in a few spots, but not many other reports being noted, though, as things have since calmed down as we're under a mostly clear sky this morning. We'll see the sun rising. We'll see a few clouds developing during the afternoon as it will become partly cloudy, but the worst of the weather has since moved away. A cold front's tracking off towards the east. Here's a stationary front right about in here. But you notice all the flashing on the radar, a lot of lightning developing across the country this morning. So these fronts are continuing to cause some active weather across a good part of the country. But for us, though, we'll be dry today and even tomorrow as well, so some nice weather will soon be on the way. Wave high is still a little active at around 4 to 6 feet. However, the small craft advisories have been allowed to expire, so we have since calmed down there as our average high is now 81 degrees. We'll be in the lower to middle 80s today and the next few days as well, but upper 80s on the way as we head towards Sunday and again for your Monday. Alrighty, muggy meter, though, showing dew points have improved today, though, and even in parts of tomorrow, too, into the comfortable category. But Thursday and Friday, we rise back up into the middle 60s for dew points, so a little bit more humid again. But then by Saturday and Sunday, we're back into the comfortable category again. UVNX forecast for today is down a little bit. It will be at a 6 as considered high. That means a bird time of around 30 minutes, so hats, sunglasses, sunscreen, and shade will be necessary out the door to avoid a bad sunburn. So futurecast for today, not too bad under a partly cloudy sky this afternoon. I do believe we will stay dry, but becoming mostly clear later on tonight with the winds calming down as well. But for tomorrow, though, a few more clouds passing through, remaining partly cloudy, but overall things looking pretty nice as things do develop. So a couple nice days will soon be on the way. Lower 80s today, partly cloudy with that west wind getting up to about 5 to 10 miles per hour. Looking ahead towards tonight, upper 50s on the way, becoming mostly clear, and the wind overall looking nice and calm. All right, here's a look at your extended forecast brought to you by Crosby Sports Shop, showing we're dry on Wednesday with a partly cloudy sky and highs in the mid-80s. We're mostly cloudy on Thursday, highs in the mid-80s. More storms by Friday, highs in the low 80s, and lower 80s by Saturday with a mostly sunny sky.
You got 100 points.
Have you been moisturizing?
Just sunscreen.
That's 50 points.
With AARP Rewards, anyone can earn points.
Who's got 200 points?
You've got 200 points.
It's the free loyalty program that rewards you.
They're ready for you.
That's 300 points.
And helps your money, health, and happiness live longer.
Are these ties? 200 points.
Start earning and redeeming points today.
When pipes froze and water damage ravaged a home, Bouchard Cleaning was there to restore and dry things up. When a home in Wells needed mold remediation, Bouchard Cleaning and Restoration performed as promised. From Madawaska to Owl's Head, Ashland to Bath, we've answered the call. More than just a cleaning company, we're restoring Maine. Statewide commercial and residential services. Bouchard Cleaning and Restoration.
Hey, Red Sox fans, you've got to play You Pick 'em Red Sox at foxbangor.com. Local weekly winners receive prizes. Register now at foxbangor.com. You Pick 'em Red Sox is sponsored by Twin City Tint in Brewer, Comfort Shoes and More in Newport, Saliba's Rug Cleaners in Bangor, and Twin City Tile in Brewer.
Pump up the volume on your published book. Audiobooks generate new readers who love the storytelling format. We all have active multitasking lives now. With audiobooks, we can enjoy your book anywhere, anytime. Earn more profits. Tell your story to a new audience. Call Audiobook Network for a free guide. We produce your audiobook with professional voice actors and engineers, and then sell your audiobook on Amazon, Audible, and Apple iTunes.
Call for your free audiobook at 855-654-4561.
All this week, we're out of the kitchen and tasting all sorts of favorites that are served at fairs around the country. You know, and a few things that I've learned from going to so many fairs over the years is you should never pig out before going on a ride that flips you upside down and spins you around faster than the speed of light. And if you plan on trying one of everything, make sure you pace yourself. I know that's pretty hard to do when you're face-to-face with so many goodies, like these irresistible cream puffs that they make at the Wisconsin State Fair, which are the size of softballs. When we say irresistible, we mean it. Each year during the fair, they sell more than 350,000 of them, and every one of them is baked freshly right at the fair. You see, after the shells are baked, they're cut in half and filled with mounds of freshly whipped cream before the tops are put back on. And for those of you who can't get to the fair, we have an easy recipe for them that you can make at home. Right before serving these, you finish them with lots of powdered sugar. Then you better open up wide, because these are no ordinary cream puffs. They're humongous. To get the recipe for our State Fair cream puffs, all you have to do is go online and you'll be good to go. I'm Howard from the Mr. Food Test Kitchen, and once I finish these off, I'm off to find other fair favorites, ones that'll have you saying, ooh, it's so good.
Vacationing has never been more appealing, and an online hotel booking site is offering thousands of dollars to visit the beach. Hotels.com is holding a contest to find a retro beach motelier. The winner will be paid $15,000 to visit the booking site's top 10 best retro beach motels across the U.S.
$10,000 will go towards travel, and $5,000 will be the salary. People interested in the contest have until August 5th to fill out an online questionnaire on Hotels.com. The winner will be announced August 12th. A breaching whale lands on the bow of a small boat off the coast of Plymouth, Massachusetts. The dramatic moment was caught on camera by a fellow boater. It happened Sunday near White Horse Beach.
Luckily, no injuries were reported, and the boat wasn't seriously damaged. The whale is believed to be a humpback, which is common to the area. And bean lovers can now visit the Bush Beans Museum again. The brand reopened the doors to its Visitor Center Museum in Chestnut Hill, Tennessee, after more than 5 months of remodeling. The museum opened in 2010 and is located at the same site as the original Bush's General Shop, which opened in the early 1900s.
Some new upgrades include an interactive digital shelf, virtual plant tours that shows visitors the brand's production process, and more. If you want to explore the installations, the museum is open Monday.